What up, Cowboys Nation? This is Sports Ray here to give you a preview of the Washington Redskins and Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. If you like the content in the video, be sure to subscribe, drop me a like, or maybe give me a comment in the comment section. I would love to reply to you guys and talk football. So when I look at these two teams on paper, I see the same exact team. I'm not saying the Redskins are the Dallas Cowboys or the Dallas Cowboys are the Washington Redskins, but from an analytical standpoint, they look very similar on paper. Points per game, Dallas has a slight edge. Dak and Kurt are right next to each other in net yards per pass play. I think they're top 10 in the league. Third and fourth down conversion percentage for their offenses, they're third and fourth in the league. We're about equal in pass yards per game. We're about equal in pass completions per game. We're about equal in first downs per game. And third down opponent conversion percentage, Dallas has a slight edge over Washington. Although Dallas has done better in their last 3 games, and you take the good and the bad with Pittsburgh and the Ravens, Pittsburgh being a great offense and the Ravens being a terrible offense. We probably got a good percentage or a bad percentage out of Pittsburgh and a really good percentage out of the Ravens. But still, 30% over the last 3 games is pretty impressive for a defense. So there's a few differences between the teams, obviously. The record is one. And number 2 is our run defense is far and away better than the Redskins. We average 85 yards per game given up, and the Skins average 112 yards per game given up. Also, the big difference, I guess, is the execution in red zone defense. In yards given up, we're about the same when you look at that. But I guess the execution in the red zone, we do a far better job as we're allowing almost 6 points less per game. The Redskins are a very different defense when they're on the road versus when they're at home. On the road, they tend to give up a lot more rushing yards, 131 to be exact, and 131 per game to be exact. On home, they only give up 95 yards per game. So they seem to be a little collegey in the sense that they play way better at home. To give the Redskins their credit, I'm nervous about this team because they do have a lot of offensive firepower, and I do think that they can keep up with us on the scoreboard, as we saw in the last game. In that last game, you saw a lot of the zone running scheme that we tend to run out of them, and Kelly just had a huge game against the Packers, but I don't think the Packers are adept as stopping the run as we are, even though they may be one of the top run-stopping teams in the league. They're extremely hurt. Bill Callahan has done an excellent job. He's pretty much, the mind that started our offensive line, and as much, as we hate him for, the kind of relationship that he had with the Cowboys organization, he's done an exceptional job over there in Washington. And, they ran the ball all over the Green Bay Packers, so I'm pretty sure they're going to try and do the same. They did very well against us running the ball in the first matchup. So in my estimation, this game is going to come down to execution in the red zone. There was a lot of broken plays in the last game. There's a lot of throws that Kirk Cousins missed that could have, really hurt us. Zeke fumbling twice really could have hurt us too. I don't see that happening again. I see Zeke, shoring up his ball security. Even though we don't have Church and we don't have Claiborne, I think we can do a better job of cleaning up what we did last time. So let's go ahead and go with the Redskins win if. If the Redskins control the line of scrimmage and use that zone run and beat us in time of possession, it's going to be a long day for Dallas. What they did against the Packers was run the ball effectively and off the play action go deep. So if they're able to do that against our defense, even though we're one of the better defenses in not giving up the big play, it's going to be an issue if we have to worry about the run game and cheat up Wilcox, because he does like to hit. He does like to come up and hit. So, you want to stop the run first, and that's the key to make them one-dimensional. Cowboys win if Dallas imposes their will like always. If Dallas continues to run the ball effectively, and this doesn't seem to be the defense to stop us. They held Zeke to, I think, 89 yards in the first matchup, which is moderately impressive, but they cheated up everyone. Dak is a far more adept as a passer, and I think they're far more concerned with him as a passer this go around. I mean, that was only our second game, and we were just coming off the Giants game where they had stopped Zeke, so I'm pretty sure the Redskins were just playing copycat there, and they didn't do a very good job of stopping Zeke anyway. Impose your will as a good team and control the time of possession, control the clock, keep Kirk Cousins off the field, because the man is playing very well. My prediction is Cowboys win on Turkey Day. Until someone stops them, I'm not picking against them. Zeke runs wild. He might get over 150, I think, this game. This is the defense to do it against, and he'll get back on that pace for that rookie rushing record. I predict the score to be 31-21 Cowboys. That's been my Dallas Cowboys preview. If you agree with me, make sure you hit that like button and give me a subscribe. Go Cowboys!